this is Jocelyn from Soap Paradise. Okay, today I'm going to show you how I make these bags. They're like soap savers, and they lather up your soap really well. Plus, you know, all the bits, sometimes you have like, you cut your soap and the leftovers, you can just pop them in here and not waste anything. And the great thing is you can hang them. So it pretty much dries up. The one thing about the rope that goes around it, I think it's good to tie a knot. I'm not even sure where to get this. So if anybody knows, please let me know. Because when it's wet, it's very hard to untie a knot, but this way you can still untie it. Okay, so let's start. Okay, you undo this one. I'm not going to show it to you because I'm going to have more of these lying around. So you get one of these. Okay, we take it out. It's like quite a long bit. You can, I think if you wash it, it might go straight. I'm not sure. But I'm going to try it and wash some and see how it goes. So you pull it out. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. Okay, so then you just, I don't know if everybody has these heat sealer. Okay, so you seal it once. You don't always get it perfect. So I don't want the extra bits, so I'm just going to trim off this extra bits. Okay, now I decide how long I want it to be. Okay, so maybe I'll use this as a gauge. Okay, so approximately, put the soap in it. Okay, approximately this long. So approximately about this long. I can always throw in a little bit. You decide how long you want it to be. You can even just cut this into fours and then decide from there. Okay, so after this, the next thing to do is to crawl back to where you started. Push the net back to where you started, and then pull out all the extra bits. Okay, so you kind of align them together. Sort of, not perfect, it's alright. You gotta do this a couple of times. It's a lot easier than sewing, so. Okay, see I've taken off a little bit already, but never mind. Maybe some of this bits. Okay, it's just okay, I think that's pretty much done. So then you trim off the bits that are kind of extra near to the line. You have multiple lines at this moment. And then you just turn it inside out. And you should have a bag-like thing. I wouldn't bother putting another line here because it's going to look really messy. And I think you're not supposed to use this forever, you're supposed to change them, so it's alright. There you go. So this is what you have. And you just put your soap in there. And tie it up. If you want to. If you don't want it tied up, that's fine. And hang it in the shower so you'll keep it dry. Alright, I've got another one made here. Okay, this one was this one's my trial one, so I have this extra bit which doesn't really help anybody. Okay, so I'm going to lather my soap. This is my 3 oil recipe. It's okay. It's lathered on better days. But it's more about the friction. The more friction you put around it, the more it lathers. Okay, so this is what I get. Which is alright. It's not too bad. Okay, now I'm going to pop this in here. Oops. And I'm going to run it under here. I don't need so much water. Okay. Look at the amount of lather that comes out of this. It's a lot. So I think like about this much at this point, you can stop and you can start practically showering now. I'm going to go all the way up my arm, but see what I mean? It's like, wow, wow, wow. It's almost like you're in a bathtub coming out of, you know, sitting in a bathtub full of suds. So anyway, this is what you get. And you don't need that much. Like I only did it once, so it's like a lot. But this is a mechanical way of foaming it instead of using a chemical. So okay, this is my pastel. Most people wonder if they lather. They do a little bit. They're slimy. Not really bad. Oops. Having said that, but they're lather's kind of fine, and yeah, probably. But they last forever because they, you know, they don't lather very much. And people who use them, they just use this soapy feel and just wash themselves with it. So let's see what we can get with this. I haven't tried this yet, so it's just wetted in. See, look at that. You don't ever have to complain about pastel that doesn't lather. Oh, and the leather is very nice and creamy, and you know, the very small foam. How many minutes? So there you go. Look at that. Okay, I could have another shower down here. There you go. So this is a really easy project to make, and you know, you might want to include this for your client, or you can even sell them. I mean, not for profit, but as an accompaniment to your product, because you know, it's really worth it. Sometimes customers tell me that, you know, my soap's like to the last bit and I can't really use it, my hand's too big. Sometimes I say, oh, the soap is too big. You know, those ways around it. I think this is one of the good ways around it, because if it's big, you just lather a little bit and put it on the side and use the lather up, so you don't actually have to cut it. But if you do use your hands, different people has, my mother can lather up anything. She's got big hands and she's got these, all these lines on her hands, so when she does it, it's like, and yeah, some people do have bigger hands and they can lather better than other people. It's all about the friction and about the mechanics. Of course, the soap bar is formulated especially for the lathers, so there are some really great soap that do lather, but this one is a great way to save your soap. You can hang them and let it dry, and in fact I prefer the bag so it won't drop out. So yeah, here you go. Thank you for watching.